I know what you're thinking. How good could this keyboard be that I should never buy another keyboard again? Well, if you stay until the end of the video, you will find out exactly why after you buy the Keydous NJ80, you will never have to buy another keyboard again. If you look at this board, you will think, well, that's just another GMMK Pro copy, which you are kind of right, as this keyboard also comes in a 75% layout and has a nice looking knob. No, not that kind of knob. This kind, which allows you to change the volume and mute by pressing down on it while adding to the aesthetic of the keyboard. Except, this board is a lot cheaper as it comes in anywhere from around $130 to $185 US. While the GMMK Pro cost around $170 for just the bare bones version with no switches or keycaps, and after you buy both of those, the NJ80 will be at least $100 cheaper. The version I got includes a brass plate and Keylbox red switches for $165 US from my link in the description. You can also get it with a steel plate, but I don't recommend you do, as with the steel plate you will get more pinging sounds, and with the brass plate, this keyboard is the best sounding board I have tried, period, let alone a pre-built keyboard. You can also get different switches out of the box, including these TTC, Cherry, Gateron, and Keylbox switches, although this keyboard is hot swappable, so you can put any of your favorite mechanical switches in this keyboard without soldering, which is just another reason you won't have to buy another keyboard. The NJ80 itself weighs around 1,000 grams or 2.2 pounds, which is heavy considering it is made of ABS plastic instead of metal. Out of the box, it comes with the usual things, including a manual, a keycap puller, a switch puller, a white USB-C cable that matches the board, extra keycaps, and of course the keyboard itself. It has this nice off-white color scheme which is super pleasing to look at, like your mom. It also has some nice yellow and blue accent keys, and of course the knob, which ties it all together with a nice gold. Despite the fact that it is super minimalistic, I think this is my favorite design for a keyboard that I own and have just seen in general. The keycaps are made of really thick PBT plastic, which are really high quality, and as you could guess, there is no need in replacing them ever, as they match the color scheme as well. On the back of the case, there is some height adjustable feet, and to make things even better, the USB dongle for 2.4 GHz wireless, and an on and off switch for Bluetooth, as this keyboard is also wireless with both Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz. It features a 4400 mAh battery, which is pretty large, and the battery lasts about 22 hours with the lights on, 88 hours with the lights off, and if you press function and right shift, you can enter power saving mode, and the battery will last 290 hours, which is about 12 days. I usually keep the lights off anyways, and I recommend you do the same, as the RGBs to me just take away from the look of the board, but it does have quite a few different lighting modes, and the RGB is quite bright if you do plan on using it. Now, to me, what makes this keyboard the best pre-built ever is the sound out of the box. The stabilizers rival even modded ones on custom keyboards without even doing anything to them, and it does have some foam inside of the board as well. I have seen many people add more, but I have not, as I already think it sounds excellent, and as I said before, you can always put some better switches in it later or as soon as you get it, though I have just kept these stock Keylbox Reds in it, which are just your basic cheap linear switches, and it still sounds amazing. Here's just a quick sound test so you can hear it. I mean, I really cannot find a con on this keyboard, and for $165, which is literally cheaper than your Razer keyboards, which are super popular, and way cheaper than the custom keyboards you took loans out for at the bank, including myself. I really can't see you buying a new keyboard after this one, and if this is your first mechanical keyboard, you are either really lucky or really unlucky depending on how you look at it, as every pre-built you try from now on won't feel as good as this one. If you enjoyed this video, you will also enjoy this one, and be sure to subscribe.